Thank you for joining me. This Sunday's introit comes from Psalm 34. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. I sought the Lord, and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant, and their faces shall never be ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all of his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who takes refuge in him. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of questions about the current state of the nation. There's a lot of unrest and anger in this nation. And because of all the events of the day, there can be a lot of fear. It's been about 5 months since this virus hit, and then pandemic status was declared. And I know that at the beginning of all of that, there was fear surrounding the virus. There was a huge unknown. Even to this day, there still is. However, what you see is just how tired people are of this. There is a tension that now exists. And what we have is a clash between those who take this pandemic seriously and those who don't. And there's a legitimate fear that if you speak up, you'll be ridiculed one way or another. Now, on top of that, and the questions we have surrounding the virus and the tensions that exist there, now there is continual unrest happening all over the nation. Now our fear stems from the questions about what's going to happen. Will those who have a radical agenda shape the direction of this nation and in so change our lives? When something threatens to shake up the normal, there will always be a reaction of worry and fear. And what accompanies those worries is the question, how do we make it better? How do we fix it? How do we get back to normal? And we might look for solutions in a variety of ways. We might look for solutions in appeasement. We might look for solutions politically. But is that really the answer? Will that alleviate all of our fears? In this introit is the proclamation, I sought the Lord and he answered me. In times of trouble, where do we look to find relief? I know quite well that if we look for relief in an ideology, we will be disappointed. If we look for relief in a leader, we will be disappointed. Where do we look for relief? If we turn to God, he will answer us, but his answer can sometimes surprise us. It may not be what we were expecting or wanting. The psalmist says that after he sought the Lord and was answered, then he was delivered from his fears. And let me ask, how does God answer? In my life, I'll tell you that he doesn't answer me. He doesn't say, believe in yourself. He doesn't say, do what makes you happy. He doesn't say you need to learn how to pull yourself up. His answers has never had anything to do with me and my actions. In fact, when I start to feel sorry for myself and focus more on me, then I dig a deeper hole for myself. Instead, God says, wait. He says, trust in him. And I wonder if it's really that simple. I wonder if deliverance from our fears is really just trusting God, seek him. And instead of us shaping the way deliverance looks, we allow God to do what he needs to do. And I know that we get into trouble when we have predetermined the relief we think we need. Instead of God being the solution to our fear, instead of seeking Him, and spending more time in prayer and His Word, instead of that, we can easily think we need Him to provide relief through a temporary thing, through a leader or a law, in a mindset, or a removal of our enemies. Instead, the picture we have is that in the middle of the hardship, we have deliverance. Deliverance that is not temporal, but eternal. And what that tells me is that when God is the source of our protection and our deliverance, we're safe, no matter what happens around us or to us. And though that might not be the answer we thought we wanted, it is the answer we need. We have been delivered from death. We've been delivered from all of our enemies, and there is nothing anyone can do to change that. Thank you for joining me.